Well, if you're looking for a better job and you don't have a degree, this is an offer you really can't refuse. It's like the mafia don say, "Hey, you can't refuse." But it's wonderful. I mean, this is a program where they give you $5,000 to take a course. The course is online, so you can do it part time, full time. You could, if you already have a job or whatever. And when you finish this $5,000 course that they pay for, it's a grant. You get a grant. You take the course at home, and it's in IT to be a entry level IT job like a service desk analyst and stuff like that, associate network engineer, whatever that is. But they train you. You don't have to know what it is. But more importantly, these jobs go up to $64,000 to start, from like $40,000 to $64,000. Now that's not a bad thing, and it could go up to six figures. And this is all free training. You don't have to pay for it. You could do it part time. Man, people are going to get an MBA or something, and we're maybe lucky to get $60,000, and it costs them $100,000. So here, it costs you nothing. And you get that training, and you get even a job, an internship as soon as you get out. It's amazing. I mean, we need the people. We have 10 million jobs we're trying to fill, and they can't fill these jobs. So what they have to do is train people to do it. Now it's local. Everything is going to be local on these kind of training opportunities. Now this is happening in Tucson, and it's for people with not a lot of money. That's what it's for. It's aimed at it. And also veterans are in this one program in Tucson. But the thing is, you have to find out what's available where you are. Okay, how do you do that? Okay, here's what you do. Okay, you go to what's called the Career One Stop. You go to careeronestop.org and you see, okay, how do I find my local Career One Stop? You put in your zip code, see down here, and they'll be there, the local county. You call them up and say, hey, I need to be trained. You don't have to know what to say. You don't have to know any magic words. Just don't ask for a grant. Just say, ask for help. That's the only most important thing. Don't ask for a grant, ask for help. That's what you want to do, because you don't know. You don't need a grant for this because they're going to pay everything, and you're going to get trained at a great job, making up to $64,000 a year. Now that's all you have to do, and start following your nose to do this. Okay, so the other place you want to try, if your local One Stop doesn't have it, is your local community college. They have programs like this because they get money from the government and other organizations to train people for the jobs that are available. They're trying to fill the jobs. So hey, you community college over here, you train some people because we got to hire them right away. So you go out, we'll give you money. You find the people, train them, and send them over here so they can start working for a nice salary. See, that's what ways things are happening. But who knows that? Most of us are going on the want ads and just looking around and yada, yada, yada. No, you got to get the inside job. This is how it's working. Okay, where else can you go? 211. You remember old 211.org? Well, here's one for Milwaukee. I used to live in Milwaukee. And you go to 211.org and you look for job training. Okay, well, you put job training. I mean, they got like 20, 30 programs there just on job training. Now, you don't look for what you want. Okay, you could look if you want to do IT job training, look for that. But really what you want to do is call every one of these people. For only 20 calls, what the heck? You have something better to do than to find a great job or a great skill to have that will grow because they need people like that. No, you probably don't. I don't. Well, no, I'm pretty happy. And you call them and say, hey, I am underemployed or unemployed or low wage or whatever it is that you're unsatisfied with. How could I get training to get a better job? That's all you have to do. Help me, please. Help me, Wanda. Help me, Wanda. That's what you need. So that's one, 211.org. Now, besides 211.org, there's also findhelp.org. Now, they do the same kind of thing. But it's best to go to because nobody has everything in this world. So even though they do the same thing, there'll be a lot of overlap, but you'll find new ones too. So you call them. So if that takes you an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, what the hell? It takes you a whole day, a day's work. and you may be making $24,000, and land $5,000 grant to pay for your training. So that's pretty cool. But you got to find out what's in your area. Oh, that's my little cheat sheet for doing that. So the help is out there. It takes work. It's not where you think it is. You're going to have to do the research well. You're going to have to use this little baby right here, the phone. Oh, see, I'm plugged in, ready to go. You too. And talk to people. Have fun with people. They're telling me, oh, yeah, I need your help. I hear you do something. You may be able to help. And see, the key to all that, too, is if they say, oh, no, lady, you're crazy. We don't do stuff like that. Well, then where do you think people like this could help me? Who can you suggest I call? That's what you do. You don't leave empty-handed. If nobody can help you, man, you don't just leave and go home. No, you say, hey, well, who else? Because they're in the business. They're in, training people. Maybe not for you today, but they know other people. That's the key. This is like, CSI and investigative journalists and all that kind of thing. That something leads to something, leads to something that leads to the pot of gold. And that's how you find it. You don't find it on the first step. Remember, the best thing you need is always the last place you look, right? So keep looking. If you haven't found it yet, it's not going to be the first place. It's going to be the last place, right? You just got to keep getting sources. And that's what I do. And so we have 3 ways you want to use me is Let's Go Help. And I have 2 versions of Let's Go Help. One that uses it on Facebook and one off of Facebook, because a lot of people don't like Facebook. So we have 2 ways. And that's $19 a month, $19.95. Then another thing is Let's Go Help. I mean, no. That's letsgohelp.com, the $19, which is a monthly. And then we have Let's Go Reports, that for any problem you need, we have all the reports for every state on where the best places are to get grants in that state. So if you live in Wisconsin, we have a report on jobs, education, and training. $5.95. That's all. Download it, and you have all the sources to call. You don't have to do all this stuff I've been telling you about. And it's all there for you. Or you want to start a business, or you have debts, or you can't pay your bills, stuff like that, or healthcare, legal help, buying a house, all that kind of stuff. Separate reports. So you get it just for your state. So it's like shooting fish in a barrel when you get those reports, because otherwise you're into Google, Neverland. You'll never get out of there alive. It's going to cost you a hell of a lot of money to get out of Google if you're trying to solve your problems. None of my websites charge you a penny. That's what I want to be, is the person that you come to me and I show you a website, then the websites I give you give money. They don't take money. They give you money. That's the key to life.